Started working on it maybe 10, 12 years ago, and it's become my life's work. In a real sense, it's true. And I'm committed to it now, and certain friends have given me money and other things to see it through, and we're at a threshold of it's either now or never. You know, we've sort of taken everything as far as...
How close is it getting?
Well, it's been released more than once, but we just released the Mac version a couple months ago, and we're trying to get the Windows version out, and that's the current deadline that we're under.
Oh, yeah. So when are you aiming for?
As soon as possible.
Oh, okay. What are those?
We're late, you know, we made many promises that we haven't been able to fulfill and all that sort of thing. So. I mean, I don't know if that's a reason not to take an hour out tomorrow, but you know, these things are never an hour, so.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, but you made it today. When I talked to Artie, it wasn't true.
Well, it was in my mind that because it was going to be one or the other, and I didn't know that. I thought my original impression was tomorrow was going to be the big thing.
Oh, right, in the park.
Right.
And the weather had been decent.
But as soon as I figured out that this was going to be the gig, so to speak, I wanted to be
below us.
No, I don't. You know, there was sort of a second circle of, you know, because Kirk and Artie and I, and you and Tom Haber, and you know that was.
Whatever happened to Tom Haber?
He's still working for the Forest Service.
Does he write still?
He never, you know, he never. I'm sure he does, but he never went anywhere with it, and I think it's a regret for Tom. I really do.
Well, it's hard to publish. I know a few people who self-publish novels and things like that, but Martha Ann has a great novel ready to go too. But you know, it's just hard to know who's going to make it in the publishing world.
But on the flip side, I would say that Tom has lived a life that he absolutely loves.
Being out in the national
being an
forest.
outdoorsman, and he turned out to be a natural outdoorsman.
Where's he at?
Right now, he's in Bishop. It's either California or Nevada. It's on the eastern slope of the Sierra Nevada, in the true middle of nowhere. And that's the life that he's come to love, and that's what he's been doing for decades. And he's moved up in the ranks now. I mean, he used to be a firefighter. He used to be a trail cutter. Now he's up several levels of hierarchy. And probably getting paid reasonably well. And still spending tons of time outdoors.
That's what he loves.
And that guy, you probably remember him, like most of them, was just a skinny kid.
Yeah.
He became, you know, John Woodsman, yeah. She's always had a big brain, but she's definitely known. But after years of cutting her hair off, he became an imposing.
It's like there's a stagecoach in it.
Swedish or whatever.
You collaborated for a number of years with Mr. Kennedy, didn't you?
Did what?
You collaborated for a number of years with Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah.
You guys had a company together, didn't you? It's a Relman Unlimited or one of those? Oxo Films?
Oxo Films.
Oxo Films.
Someone stole the bomb.
Someone stole the what?
The Oxo logo bomb.
Oh, the bomb. Yeah,
Remember it was out?
Yeah, we had a bomb, that's right.
And it got
Yeah.
stolen.
We think we know who took it too. We think it was the mailman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Are you
Beautiful.
They did a lot of movies there.
Yeah, that was fun.
I've had my go around.
I think I have some artwork from that era with me. Actual cells, actual pages, you know. Just to let you know, it's animated on goldenrod colored paper. So you know it's from that era.
Yeah.
Do you want me to hold that for you and then you can be in it?
Sure.
Okay. You'll have to show me how to do it.
Okay. Well, all you do is you just, you got a viewfinder on the back here. And so you can see what's going on. And you can put your hand through this.
Okay.
And just point. And this is to zoom in and out. Mostly you're going to be zoomed out, which is this way. But if you have to zoom in, then you can pull it toward you, toward this way.
I've always had some degree of difficulty.
You're the guinea pig. You're getting the unnecessary zones.
Maria the photo. Oh, you have so many weird pictures on Facebook, your profile picture change. Weird thing.
My phone is not a good fit. So he's verbally abusive. Like her wife's I just think we're very spiritually in line. She loves the arts. Look on that. Go out with and sleep with a lot of people that maybe aren't sure.
I throw some
But I do think it's just part of the reason.
We got quite a bit of drawing halfway in California.
Okay.
People say $10,000 to get a once in a lifetime.
So what are you doing here?
I'm here to honor Mr. Kennedy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. And what do you think of the crowd?
I think they're a bunch of old hippies. I think this is a very appropriate gathering for Mr. Kennedy's wake.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I do too, except we can't find Joe Kramer.
Joe Kramer must have gotten lost.
Yeah.
I can't believe he doesn't have somebody's phone number.
He has my phone number and he called me, but he didn't answer it when I called him back.
What's his phone number?
I can get it for you.
Does it start with a 7?
No, it's a 510 area code.
What is that, Arizona or something?
California.
Oh, California, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, he's from Northern California now.
Yeah.
Lives not too far from Diane Chase, I guess.
Right. Actually, I think he's quite a bit south of Diane Chase. Maybe not too far. Anyway, so, but we got the, Anthony Robbins Foundation. There you go, yeah. Firewalker, yeah. I didn't even notice that.
You probably bought that for me.
I probably did. Well, I'll let you do this because you're not interviewing anybody.
Okay. Okay, I'll interview some people.
Yeah, it's the last time you watched TV, right?
yeah, pretty much.
That's about it. Have you seen the commercial with the old-fashioned shaving buddies in it, or?
The what?
The old-fashioned shaving buddies.
No.
And they probably stopped running it too because it's now past Easter.
It's the internet. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, you should Google up old-fashioned shaving buddies and have a look at it.
Okay.
Whatever you say. You're easily convinced, aren't you?
Yeah. So, why are you here?
To see Joe Kramer. Who's not here? And I'm thinking he's probably not going to arrive here before I end up having to leave. But that's the way it goes. And I wanted to see you.
Good.
And I also wanted to see Daryl Anderson.
Yep.
Can't really say too much about honoring Kirk's life.
Yeah. You can't say too much about
Honoring Kirk's life.
honoring his life.
Yeah.
I think Kirk did a pretty good job of doing that himself.
there's no denying that he had a hell of an impact on all of our youths. When we were young and
All of our youths?
Youths, yes. That's a plural noun, yeah. How do you say that? Youths. Youths. Is that
My
like,
cousin Benny.
Yes.
or is it plural like tooth, as in our yeath?
No.
You're in my yeath?
No.
No?
So can you remember the last time you saw Mr. Kennedy?
Yes. Yes, it was in
Had all these rags.
1999 or 2000. Yeah.
You didn't go to the high school reunion in 1993? 1992, 1993?
Yes, I did, but I saw him in 1999 or 2000.
Which was the
You
latest?
said the last time.
Oh, the last time, yeah.
Yeah.
He's good at math.
You are, you're good at
No,
math.
he's good at math.
Yeah.
I'm good at his greater than anyway. And I picked him up and took him over to my house, and he stopped along the way and got a couple of bottles of booze, and I ended up just about getting in a fist fight with him and booting everybody out of my house. And this party is over, Kirk, let's go home. Drove him home. It's one of those holy.
You lived in Manitou Springs at the time? Okay. And he lived with his ex-mother-in-law.
Yes, he was living with the Dials at the time. I was over there on Debonair.
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 Right, the old homestead.
Yeah. Have we got any idea what's become of Krista?
She's still around. I think she's married to George. I think.
I'll be darned.
I think so.
Yeah, I ran into her, 7 or 8 years ago. That's the last I've heard of her. Kind of odd.
I saw her around, I want to say, 2000 to 2000, probably about, I want to say somewhere between 2002, 2005, somewhere in that time frame.
That's more recently than I've seen her.
And I ran into her down by the old Wall of the Bluffs, that area. She was walking around.
I ran into her downtown.
Downtown?
That's back there, yeah, like Nevada and Cascade. Nevada and Cascade, yeah. Nevada and Cimarron, more or less. I happened to be staying down there for a short period of time. Wandering out the door one day, there's Krista walking.
What are these?
Jim Dial is on Facebook.
I invited him to this thing and I didn't hear anything back.
And Chuck Mayhem. Any clues on Chuck Mayhem?
Nobody knows what happened to Chuck Mayhem. Roy Smith was invited to this thing and he declined. He was invited by Mr. John Trevelli.
I saw Roy Smith, oh boy, about 5 or 6 years ago. It's the last time I saw Roy Smith.
Was he waiting for a bus?
No, he was actually working on a job that I was at. He was with the roofers there. I was doing the framing and he was with the roofers. And it was very strange. Roy was a very rapid-fire talker by this time, and very rapid. He was very adamant about just about everything.
That's no different.
He didn't seem to be too happy with it. And then a little later on down the road, somebody I knew rented his house, which I thought was kind of curious. I was in and out of there a few times. Down on Limit Street. Back to Limit Street again.
It's now a CPA office.
CPA office? What's that?
Certified professional accountant.
Really? You gotta be kidding me.
It's strictly an office.
Oh, the building. I thought you meant that Roy Smith was a CPA.
Yeah, right.
That's why I said, what is that? I don't think so.
In Roy's case, it would probably stand for something else.
Yeah, I imagine so. I think I still have a little piece of wooden sculpture he made, a little wooden carving.
I've run across some of his artwork recently.
I think he wants it all back.
He wants it all back. And he doesn't want any of it to be on the internet under any circumstances.
Right. Absolutely.
And he's very adamant about that.
Well, who would?
Me?
Foo? Perhaps. So I guess the big animation deal, the last time I talked to you, that was all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, but then after that I got a big animation deal.
Yeah, so
good.
you're doing okay then still?
Yep,
All right.
making money.
All right.
Yep, we got 50 people on my staff.
Holy cow.
They're not all employees.
Yeah, but they're on your staff.
Right, they're mostly contractors and interns.
Well, I'm still walking around town building this and building that and building the other thing.
Yep,
Did you see the garden bridge?
no.
I put the picture of the garden bridge on Facebook and, well, some people saw it. She didn't either.
Is that here?
Yeah, I built on, oh, it's a beautiful little thing.
Or is it, I mean, is it here on this property?
Oh no, oh no. It's down in the Broadmoor. It's just the cutest thing I've built in a long time. I mean, how many decks can you build and not take a picture of it? A lot. A deck is a deck is a deck is a deck.
It's a challenge.
I just talked to Joe, and they've had a really lovely, he and Sarah have had a really lovely week here. They are just dog tired, and they're not going to make it tonight. They got to drive up to Denver. Did you catch that, my wiping my nose there?
You got me doing that a few times too. So.
Anyway, they are going to be driving up to Denver first thing in the morning, and they need to download tonight. And
I'm going to give them so much flack.
they send their greetings to everyone. They said they're really sorry they can't make it, but they just can't make it. And he had called me, he said, and left me a message at about 3 or 3:30 earlier today. And although I knew that he had called, I did not get his message. So he called back because I had called him.
All right.
And he said he hopes he makes it out again for happier times.
Is your eye running?
Yes, but I don't want it to be filmed that I'm wiping my eye and crying. You know? Somebody will see this someday and think, oh, what a wuss. What a wuss you are, you know? So you can't have them thinking that. But
You're not crying about Kirk.
you know, the really strange thing is, the whole year that I have known that he was passed away, I kind of felt like I had grieved for Kirk while he was still alive, because it was kind of obvious the direction that